Okay, let's have a look at how we use significant digits or significant figures in calculations. So if we have an answer from a calculation, it can't be more precise than the least precise measurement. In other words, if we've measured something to a certain level of precision, we can't have an answer that's more precise than that measurement. So what do we do when we get an answer that has more than a significant number of digits? We need to look at the first figure that's not significant, and if it's greater or equal to 5, we must round up, and if it's less than 5, we round down. So let's look at some examples. And we've said that we want to round our numbers to 3 significant figures. So in the first example, I have 4 significant figures. We need to round it to 3. So we look at our last digit, which is our non-significant figure, and we find that that's a 4. So according to this digit, we need to round down because it's less than 5. So to 3 significant figures, this is 7.34. In our second example, we have 1.466. To 3 significant figures, we're only going to take the first 3. So our next digit we need to round, and because it's greater than 5, we round it up. So our final number to 3 significant figures will be 1.47. And our final one, 3.425. To 3 significant figures, we take the 3.4. Because it's a 5, we round up. So this number becomes 3.43. So let's look at this in the context of some calculations. Let's look at an addition calculation, and we do exactly the same for a subtraction, but I've given the example of an addition only. We've got 3 numbers, 235.17, 139, and 22.6. If we add those 3 up, without taking into account significant figures, we get the value 396.77. However, we want to round this to the relevant number of significant figures. And for us to do that, we need to find out which is the least precise measurement. So in the first number, we have 5 significant figures. The second one, we have 3 significant figures. And the third one, we have 3 significant figures. So what this means for our final calculation is that the maximum number of significant figures that we can have in our answer is 3. So we need to round this particular number to 3 significant figures. So we look for our fourth digit, and we need to round that either up or down. In this case, because it's greater than 5, we round it up. So it gives us our final value of 397 to 3 significant figures, which was our least precise measurement. Let's look at a multiplication question, and it's exactly the same for division as well. We have 179.5 times 4.3. That gives us an answer, without taking into account significant figures, of 771.85. So our first numeral here, or our first number, has 4 significant figures. Our second one has 2, and our final answer has 5. Now, as we've said previously, the maximum number of significant figures can only be as precise as our least precise measurement. So we've got 2 significant figures from the 4.3. Therefore, our answer can only have 2 significant figures. So we look at our third digit. It's a 1, and we round it because it's a 1 and it's less than 5. We round it down. So to 2 significant figures, we get the number 770.